Probably like the cover the best. I don't know why, because I don't know, I like the colors I put on it, and I just painted it brown, and with a paper towel I just put gold and red on there. It was white to begin with. And here are my hands, and it's not done yet either, but I don't know, I just like the colors in that one. Yeah, and marker.
Fun with this one is our self-portrait page, and I love pastels. So I had a lot of fun with this page, and I love colors, so I made it a bunch of weird, freaky colors. And
this page right here is really important to me because we had to do our hands for a project, and then we had to take a picture that we had recently painted and write about it. And my favorite thing about this page is, you can't really tell, but right in between the thumbs is my dad's signature. And my family and I are really close, so just talking about hands, I talked about how my dad does stained glass and how he got me into art, and I had him sign it, and it just meant a lot to me.
Okay, this is my quote page, and this used to carry on over to this page, but after I sprayed it down, so when it rubbed all together, it got stuck, and this side was all torn up, so I ended up just painting it and sticking it on there, and it just has a lot of inspiring quotes on it, and just something to read to make your day feel a little bit better.
Alright, this is my self-portrait page, and this is probably one of my favorite pages because it's one of the first pages I did when I actually got into painting, and I thought I was terrible at it, but then I did this and I felt really good about myself because I thought I did pretty well with it. I left this part of me on there so I could compare the two sides and see how well I was doing, because I didn't think I was doing very well, but it took me forever to do, but eventually I kind of got the knack of it, so that's why I really like this page a lot.
This is my waiting page because I always had to wait on my mom all the time. So I was doing this at school, and my mom was telling me a bunch of excuses, so I just wrote blah, 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 because that's how it translates in my mind. I'm kidding. And, I was waiting forever, so I put, me as an old, shriveled person.
This is my pink kitchen page. I collect dishes because, I don't know, I'm dorky. And I found the set of Mikasa dishes at an antique store for $25. And so since I found them, I have this obsession with having this crazy pink 50s kitchen someday. And so that's my page about it. And the background on it is a vintage scarf, which is kind of cool. And this is my stemware, and they're pink too. Also and this is my fairy page. It started out, I found this dress in a prom magazine, and I really liked it, so I made it wings. And then this was an assignment that we had. We had to do something with our hand on a page. So I just traced my hand and wrote around it, put a heart in the middle of it. And then these are real butterfly wings. I didn't kill them. I found them dead in a parking lot. And I saved them because I thought they should be immortalized in a sketchbook page. So that's it.
Well, basically this is my ADD page because I like the hands, and then I wanted to do something with black and white, but if you ever do try and read it, it jumps around from subject to subject. At first I start writing about burnt mark, but then as you go down it talks about salt and pepper, and then you get over here and it talks about spots and then giraffes and then stripes, and it just kind of, it jumps around a lot, but it's really fun.
Oh, this is my I Hate War page, if you want to know. It's got George Bush on it. And it's got this thing that's off of some stone. I saw it when I was printing out pictures for this assignment thing I was doing. And it says, I have seen war on land and sea. I have seen blood running from the wounded. I have seen the dead in the mud. I have seen cities destroyed. I have seen children starving. I have seen the agony of mothers, and I hate war. And that's what it says. And so I wrote it on there.
They gave us these little imagination sketchbooks, and they were boring and they were black, so I decided to paint stuff on them and cut holes in them and do doodads like that. And this is my Lord of the Rings watercolor, because I love movies, and that's a good movie. It's an awesome movie. And then it's on 2 different pages, so you can look at it like that. But
Should I just do 3 or just...
Do all of them.
All of them? Are you sure? There's a lot.
Okay. Okay. This is my cover, and it says The Hobbit, which is incredibly not original, but what are you going to do? And it opens up, and it opens up to Mars Volta and or my husband. This is the book of my husband's, because I have multiple, but this one right here. Because I'm an ultra nerd. Okay, this page, actually I don't do a lot of what Gatlin tells me to do either, but this one, the first one I did do, and she had us make a quote out of like individual like letters from magazines and stuff. And it says, "No wind serves him who addresses his voyage to no certain port." So I found a picture of a ship that I liked, and that's my sea monster and all sorts of happiness and clouds. Oh, and those are my hot air balloons that were glass something or other. I think they were, I don't know, but yeah, this is a page that I did late at night, obviously, and it's like, it's kind of crazy. It talks about personalities and picking out personalities in the morning, like what you want to be, like that particular day, and then they're just all like, they're flappers actually, and yeah. And they have like little pictures, and they all say like things of like, I don't know, kind of personalities of the day. And this is number one husband. This is my this is my Led Zeppelin shrine. Yeah, this is Jimmy Page, and he is really old now, but what are you gonna do? These are all his guitars, like the ones that he used on stage mainly. I could probably name them all for you, but I won't. That's his cymbal, and this is actually the inside of a guitar. Like if you were ever to like wire it to make a guitar, and it tells you about all what you do. And this is more pictures, and I won't go into them because they probably all have stories. Jessica probably knows most of them. This is my Robert Plant page. He's pretty gaudy, so I put, oh, that's cool. Oh, woo! I put a huge flower because he's gaudy, and that's his symbol. This is the Led Zeppelin official page. It's in the middle because there are 4 of them, so I put that in the middle. And it has like all their like paraphernalia. It has a quote, and it says, "None of us expected it to be that big," and it's Jimmy Page's quote actually, and this is album stuff, and this has like lyrics on it, and apparently a CD's falling out of my book. Yeah, and that's just pictures and quotes. And I painted that. That's actually on the inside of their album. I don't know who did it, but it's cool, so I put it in there. And this is John Paul Jones, and he is their keyboardist. So I put a big keyboard, and I put a quote from Almost Famous in there. It just talks about, like, it's a bass player, and the guy goes, because he plays the bass too, and the guy goes, "Oh, what do you add to the band?" And then the bass player goes, "I play the bass." And they're like, "No, what chemical do you add to the band?" He's like, "The bass," because he's really stupid, and it's funny. And this is John Bonham's page, and he's their drummer, and that's his symbol. Oh, wait. Yeah, his symbol's on there, too. All their symbols. And this is actually another one that Miss Gatlin had us do. It's the one that Jessica was showing you, the one where you took a picture and you cut it up and then you glued them down. And I made the port. Actually, one of the squares is backwards, and I was looking at it, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And it was freaking me out a little bit, and I realized it was backwards, and that kind of made me sad. But what are you going to do? And this isn't done. It's my fear page. These are all just, like, random things. We're supposed to cut out shapes, like, for the page, and I thought that was a really cool idea, so I did it. And then this is during marching season, and I wrote about, because I had a solo, and I wrote about my solo and stuff. Yeah, it was my improv solo marching band, and this is, like, they're clouds. So I put, like, raindrops, and they all say, like, in German stuff, like, Es regnet and stuff, which means it's raining. And this is my really horrible one that I hate, but, yeah, what are you going to do? It's photogram that we did at U of I, actually, and mine turned out like crap, most of them, but that one I sort of liked. I actually like this one a lot. This was actually inspired by Molly, because she was going through this like kind of like internal organ phase thing, and she was going like hearts and stuff, and I thought that was really, really cool, so I kind of made a tree out of a heart. And I put like, yeah, it really is, but I don't know if you can see it very well, but yeah. So it has like leaves, and it has like sparkly fabric over it, and then I painted on top of it because it turned out really badly. And this was such a huge mistake, and then I ended up really liking it.
I like when those things happen, don't you?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, this is a
because it was so crappy. This was my original band that I was in, the Founders, and this is our drum head that we were using because I designed it, and I really liked it, so I wanted to put it on a page, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse, and the paint wasn't doing anything I wanted it to do. So then I put a big like X across the top that says "Satan grasps this page," and I ended up really liking it a lot. And I kept this picture like because I liked it. I don't know why. Because my book is the crime and capital punishment, and I wanted to take something really wretched and make it pretty. So that's what, yeah. And this page, I don't even remember what I was Googling, but I found this picture of this woman whose head was a heart, and I thought that was so cool. So then I did this, and I made her hair all pretty, and this is Day of the Dead stuff, and yeah. It was around the time you were doing those cutout thingies, these cutouts, and I thought that's cool. This is my self-portrait that I did, and it was this year, so, or was it? Yeah, I think it was this year. And it was changed because I was like, just going to college, and it's just some changing, and my heart is connected to stereo system because I'm going to school for music. Yeah, these are little cutout things. I don't even remember what they're called, but I liked them, so I put them in there. And then this page is my Mars Volta page. They're a new band that I really like. This CD actually has a story. I was going to my friend's house, and we're going to just hang out and listen to some music and stuff, and I just got this CD, and I was carrying it in a hat because we were going out, too, so I was going to put a crazy hat on, and I, like, tripped on something, and I fell, and my CD went sliding. Of course, it was music side down. It just went sliding across the thing, and I was so sad. It was really, really sad, so I put it in here. Kind of, yeah, you can see it's all nasty looking. Yeah, and this is just, this is actually the cover. I just like tore it up because I got real mad and I put it in there. Yeah, and that's about, yeah, this is my crappy page. And it's the spectrum and it's the tree, and I'm eventually going to get it done, but it's not done yet. And I'm going to write things in there so you can like, yeah, that's my sketchbook. And then this page is my Mars Volta page. They're a new band that I really like. This CD actually has a story. I was going to my friend's house, and we're going to just hang out and listen to some music and stuff, and I just got this CD, and I was carrying it in a hat because we were going out, too, so I was going to put a crazy hat on. And I, like, tripped on something, and I fell, and my CD went sliding. Of course, it was music side down. It just went sliding across the thing, and I was so sad. It was really, really sad, so I put it in here. Kind of, yeah, you can see it's all nasty looking. Yeah, and this is just, this is actually the cover. I just like tore it up because I got real mad and I put it in there. Yeah, and that's about, yeah, this is my crappy page. And it's the spectrum and it's the tree, and I'm eventually going to get it done, but it's not done yet. And I'm going to write things.